Alright, now it's like 4, right? I bought some things from the store, bread, milk, normal stuff. Nothing crazy, ladies. Alright. And a little lunch, right? So the lunch consisted of a chicken leg, mac and cheese, and one of those little luncheons, like you give the children, right? But why? It's under $1. It's under $1.50, and you get crackers, meat, cheese, and a little Nestle's Crunch Bar for under $1.50, right? The leg and the mac and cheese was just 128, right, or 198, something like that. Got me some tea for the meal, right, and again, right, ate it in the car in the parking lot, right, where I'm at. And then again went home. How long will that take you? Not even 20 minutes, right? But I'm hurting, right? From hardly doing nothing, right? That shouldn't hurt me, right? Okay. So now I'm going to go for a quick 5 to 10 minute walk, right? First. What am I doing showing you? Showing you my day. Why? So no one can say I'm a fraud. Right?
A world away from Prince's traditional frame of reference. Love Symbol made a conscious effort to address the zeitgeist.
That's Access TV talking about Prince.
Narrative concept and spoken word segues that confused audiences. The album's melange of funk, soul, and R&B.
Also, I have to do the grass soon, right? It's getting a little high again, right? So I'll probably do that Monday. Why Monday, right? Might need to cut the grass, those hedges a little bit. I could do that Tuesday or Wednesday as part of my chores, right? And see, I ain't got to do it all in one day, right? But I do got to get to it, right? Exactly. So the first thing you do is, again, cross the street, go to the sidewalk, and walk. You're not doing nothing strenuous, right? By walking, right? Now, if I do this like twice a day, that's between 5 to 17 minute walk, right? I guess, right? 15 to 20 minutes every day, right? I know. Now, I might have to rest maybe 30 minutes, right? Or more, right? It depends, right? After the walk, too. But it's a good little walk. Not too far, but not too crazy either, right? For a disabled person, right? I know. Now they say if you can walk a mile in my shoes, right, you can understand. If you can't, don't say nothing because you looking stupid, right? You don't know what I'm going through. If you have an idea, right, and I'm getting a different result, it's not because of what you're doing, it's because of what I'm doing. That's usually the case. You know what I mean, right? I don't know. Now, I don't disturb none of my neighbors when I go for my walk, right? I don't know. Usually. Because I'm showing you on the video, that's how you know. Right? Right. I'm telling you what I'm doing. That's called giving you a warning. I'm here. I'm having a different understanding of something you think you know, but you don't know. And I'm trying to explain it to you, right? What might be the real problem there. It's not the obvious male reference to the gods or God you have a problem with. It's the indirect female references to it. And then trying to make it like you when it made you both. It's not like you if you made both. Now, I done seen the 3,000 Year movie, right, with Ibris and what's her name? I'm forgetting right now. Don't know why. Tilda. So that was a pretty good movie, right? But it's still with the life of a jinn, right? Or a genie in the bottle, right? Now, Christina Aguilera says she's a genie in the bottle. You gotta rub her the right way, right? That's the whole point. That's any female. That's any female. And every female. Dude, you got a job. Don't take your woman for granted, right? I don't know. Now, if I walk again, and I'm telling you for a reason, right? It'll be before 7, but I don't know. Not much later than that, right? Right. Now, if I work out again, it's going to be with my new equipment to a point, right? I don't know. Now, if your disability is in your left ankle and your lower back, right? Is that why walking might hurt a little, even if you don't walk far, right? I don't know. Right. I don't know. So this is about 10 minutes, like I said.
And again, it comes back to ownership for him. I don't think he was
Don't
ever able
lie.
to accept the fact he didn't.
Was it me?
He didn't feel as loved
Leave me
by the
have
label
friend.
anymore, which
Come
is strange
on,
because it was the same people he had
for
been
friend
dealing
the
with
world.
initially anyway. For his
So I
entire career.
heard
Once
nothing
those people
gonna
were
let
gone,
the
once
little
Ross
break
and Lenny
comes
Barker
down.
stepped away and had
Let's go.
the bosses themselves, things went from bad to worse. And he started submitting albums that were not only uncommercial, I would say in moments they were kind of unlistenable, and he was clearly not bringing his A-list material to them, and he started putting out albums so quickly that in order to get out of his contract, that I think they may have even threatened legal action because he was just putting out trying to put out an album every 6 months. With the parties at an impasse, the argument.
Right. That's why he felt like a slave, right? At the same time to the label, but that's where you get your music listened to or not, too, right? That's part of the point, too, right? So, MTV's Video Music Awards are on tonight. But they don't seem to have a red carpet tonight. Kind of off. I even went to E to check it out. Usually they'll do that on E. Here's Book of Eli with Mr. Washington. So Walk the Line about Johnny Cash, and then Sweet Home Alabama with, Reese and Josh and the other Josh, right? I think, right? 2 Joshes, right? Patrick Dempsey, that's right. I forgot. And then Dirty Dancing, so no walking the red carpet on E tonight. Looks like. Law and Order Day on USA. Well, I've seen most of the episodes at least once. I told you that, right? See, I don't watch it to seduce your children. I watch it so they don't try to get to me or me them, right? Dummy, right? But whether you believe me or not. See, you don't want to control yourself, is what you're telling me, If your stepdaughter was to wake you up, or not, what would you do about it, right? I know. I mean, that's the only way something could happen anyway, but even then I wouldn't do, right? Nothing to get us both in trouble either, right? Because, see, she's not supposed to be in there with me any more than I'm supposed to go in there to her and my wife while we're from 11 to 6 or 7 in the morning. From 11 to 6 to 7 in the morning, right? They ain't supposed to go into me, and I'm not supposed to go into them, right? Once they close the bedroom door, right? Which I assume they did around 9, right? Or something. For a 4-year-old, right? Even I know you put a child to bed earlier than the adult, right? But that could also mean, right? The child could wake up and see who's the man sleeping on the couch, like I said, right? Now, right? For that to happen, first off, I don't be there, what is going on, man? Because I'm like, what? What is she doing here with me? Right. What does she need? I'm going to be thinking the needs of a child, First thing is drink or eat. And usually they'll just straight up ask you or tell you they want that, right? Even with grandma, right. That's one reason she would even wake up grandma if she's can't sleep herself. See, the other thing about putting a child to bed early is they get rambunctious during the night and might wake up in the middle of the night. Now, I ain't saying I ever touched a child. I'm only telling you the situation, Grant, right? Me and my ex-wife, right? First off. Second off, if you know, either we discussed it prior or after, right? And I told you all that could happen, and none of it would be sexual. None. Even if I was confused, right, and thought she may need to pee, right, and thought I had to smell her one time, to make sure she didn't pee or something, or maybe I smelled something and thought she needed a bath, right, and got her dressed, right, to do a bath, but then thought better of it, right. Though again, you do have a naked male around the 4-year-old, right? But the only reason that wouldn't bother her is if she's seen granddad naked or, uncle naked or something like that. I don't know. Where after that, you're adding to, right, the story of why she may or may not, or could not have done something in the first place. Once you do that, you've left reality altogether. You're fantasizing in the first place. And you can't prove a fantasy, right, happened, right, fully or not, right? Because see, we could also fantasize and not act on it. That's not the sin Jesus means when he says lust after a woman, Christians, by the way, right? Nope, not at all, not at all. The reason is, though, if you're that strict, right, you can't deal with it either, right, positively or negatively, right? You're denying you're, as a male, are supposed to be attracted, normally, to the opposite sex. Unless, right, you feel differently and find males attractive, or again, females and males, or again, females, right? Now, I fall into the category where I only find females, right, attractive, right, not males, right? And maybe a hermaphrodite could kind of turn me on. It depends on how they did it, right? But that's called, I know about them, so I'm being honest, and you don't, and you're lying, right? They're not transgendered, by the way. That's something different, right? Exactly. So then when I sit down, right, I got a rest, right, from the walk. And see what time it is, actually, 4:40, right? The walk took around 10 minutes, right? But I'm not walking at the pace before I fell, right? Even, right? I could walk that in maybe less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or even run it. I can't really even run anymore. I can't bike ride anymore, right? But I still got a bike exerciser. Now, I sat on that for an hour before, or 30 minutes before, sorry, right? At a rehabilitation place, right? But guess what? I'm also doing taking my meds, right? Before I go there, right? It's called cause and effect, right? Now, even when I'm rehabilitating from the wrecks, plural, right? All kind of in a row within 2 years of each other, right? I'm again going from one stage to another stage to another stage, right? Again, right? So I got me peanut butter wafer bars, right? Some pecan, whatever they call them, right? These are Walmart Food Line brand, right? Spinners, right? Whatever, right? And they're kind of my dessert, right? But they're not necessarily cookies, right? Or, I don't know, let's see what the calories are for this. 100, right? And 150, right? So, not a lot of calories, right? If you eat one bar a day and 1 or 2 swirls, that's not even 200 calories, right? That ain't gonna hurt. So it ain't gonna hurt. What does hurt, though, right, is the fact that I'm now 300 pounds, right? And I didn't get this way without help. Me and Teresa are kind of eating up a storm from 2011 to 2013. That's 2 years. And I go from 240 to around 285, right? And then when I get here, I go from 285 to as high as 360 at one point. But then I lost that, right? And now I'm back down to around 330, right? Between 330 and 340. And that, again, depends on what I eat, and I watch what I eat, right? So I'm controlling my appetite, too, right? Now, before this, I could eat the buffet, I could eat the fried chicken, I could eat whatever I wanted. No problem, no pain. I could exercise, lift weights, did it all, right? Stretch, could do the gymnast stuff, right? Before I fell, before you fell. After I fell, not so much. I couldn't even hold down a job, right? I know. More than a week or so, right? And that sounds like experience, right? Not someone just randomly making up facts, right? And telling you things they did to make themselves seem good, right? Or bad. Now, it might totally sound good to you, but why shouldn't it? I'm not disabled before I joined the Navy. I'm disabled after the Navy, even after a car wreck. Mysteriously, where I blacked out from anywhere from 5 to 6, somewhere in there, right? And it took them maybe 30 minutes at 6:30 to get me to the hospital, right? In the first wreck, right? And I'm out in under 2 days. No one I know of, right? In a car wreck was out in 2 days. Was out in 2 days, right? No one, no. On God's green earth, right? Gets out of car wreck, right? Where they had to go over a curve, right? Crash into the ground, right? Is out the hospital in 2 days. 0 people do that. Not just me. Or only me, or only you. Whichever it is. Now, this ain't like Stephen King's book. at all. And anyone, Stephen, right, can get in a wreck, right? And I really did that, right? But guess what, right? I also had a dream that reading through the Bible might have to do with the 2 witnesses in the book of Revelation, right? Maybe. Right. Well, see, you're showing me things in the Bible, right? When I get in the Navy, too, right? I'm going out to a church, right? Well, they're teaching me something different than what I was taught in Georgia, and of course, that's going to confuse you a little, and I think that's what the pastor's going for. No. See, he's trying to confuse you about what rules you have to follow. Units, right? To do things with you, he ain't supposed to do, right? Because, see, that's what they also taught me in Georgia, is you're not supposed to touch boys, right? If you're a boy. And you're not supposed to touch girls unless you're married, right? That's what I was taught, yeah. Now, I'm trying to do that, but I'm also dating, right? I'm around my 2 best friends' sisters, right? But I don't really do nothing, right? I don't think they really done nothing with me, right? Never said they did, really. But I do have a problem now because of them, right? See, I'm not sure I'm not being blacked out or something, and that's why I slapped one of my best friend's girlfriend, right? Or wife, right? Whichever she was at the time, right? I'm dealing with some strange stuff I'm not sharing with you at the time, too, right? That I don't know how to talk to you about, that we never talked about before. That never came up specifically either, right? Until now, where I'm explaining it all mainly, right? Right. What is this? Okay. It's racing, not Law and Order, right? So it's IMSA something. Michelin back race, right? It's live, whatever it is. Looks like old box cars or something. Porsche. He says Porsche. Mm-hmm. They don't look like any Porsche I've seen. Of course, they're race Porsches. Right? Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I see now. Right. Lord, won't you buy me, said Janis Joplin, a Mercedes Benz. Her friends all drive Porsches. Right. She's got to make amends. I guess. I don't know. Worked hard all her lifetime. No help from her friends. Oh Lord, won't you buy her a Mercedes Benz? Uh-oh, she didn't even want a Porsche. What that all about? There's a few voices for you today in a little impersonation. Acapella means without music. Mike, right? Or Matt, or whoever, right? Don't know you. Keep her home and she's fine. I know. I stay home. I don't think she don't. See. Even if she's accusing her or she's thinking I want her, she could be doing that too, but I don't. Like I said, right? Because you think you're the only female in the world? No. I don't either. Never did, not even with Sheena, but you're told to what? To try and find the one. To try to find the one, right? Now, I'm not judging a little premarital sex. The Bible does cover that, by the way, Christians, right? If you have premarital sex, you're to ask her hand in marriage, right? Of her father. Now, if he refuses, right, and she's unbetrothed, meaning she don't have a boyfriend or engaged, right? Those are the first things you should clear up before she sleeps with you. Right. By the way, you were her. She should be single. Right. Both of you. Then you can sleep together, right? That's what I say too, right? If, again, right, she consents, right? Now, you know what that means, right? Consent means she says, do what you want, right? And lets you do what you want, right? Now, she can't play no huggy, no kissy, right? Or you won't hug and kiss her, right? If she's making out with you, right, she got to tell you, again, how far she's willing to go. Or you don't know, right? You assume